What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Before we get started, I want to say welcome to my new sponsor, Benji. No, I'm joking. I don't have a sponsor, but I did get new sheets. And I am a weird kind of person because when I get something new, I never want to open it because the second that it's used, now it's not new anymore. So as much as I want to sleep in my new sheets, I also don't. Dilemma. Okay, but anyway, that's my news. And today, aside from being like a very exciting sheet day, I'm going to talk about not reacting. Okay, so what do I mean by not reacting? I don't necessarily mean like be a robot and don't have emotions and don't have feelings. No, that's not what I mean. I mean that you should never react to your environment, to your circumstances, to your situation in a way that is not effective or productive. That's really what I mean. So react, joyfully or happily or laugh or cry or do all of those things, but don't react in a negative bent. I was talking to a friend last night and he does a lot of theater work in Toronto. Maybe he's watching this. Hey. And he was loading something out of this theater, and this, I don't even really remember what it was because I was listening so well. But he was loading this thing out of the theater, and apparently it weighs like 1,000 pounds, literally. And they had to, get it down all these stairs onto a truck. And he had a few people helping him, and he said, okay, guys, this is gonna suck, but we're just gonna do it step by step, and we're gonna get it down there. We're gonna take breaks, we're gonna take our time, and that's it. And that's what they did. And it was fine. And that's how it's done. That is how it's done. It's just, you don't get emotional, you don't get frustrated, you don't get angry, you don't get upset. You stay focused on the task at hand, and you stay focused with your goal, with your task, with the end, while dealing with the middle. You know what I'm saying? So you don't react. Now, I actually have always been very, very good at not reacting, and I didn't know that this was a good thing. No one ever told me. I was very still and quiet as a child and very observant, and I just took everything in. And then I would notice people outside of me, more extroverted people outside of me, would react a lot, would get angry, would get upset, would cry, would yell, would shout, would scream, would do all of these things. Were very reactive, responsive to everything and anything. And I thought I should be more like that. There's something wrong with me that I'm so still. And then I kind of tried to mold myself into that shape, or I got the idea that there was something wrong with me and repressed with me, that I was so withdrawn. That's how I interpreted it. But actually, now that I'm looking back in hindsight, I'm like, I was doing the exact right thing in a lot of cases. Too often, something doesn't go our way or something surprises us. And I want to use a really good example, okay, I can do this. So my mom actually, I just went downstairs, and I went downstairs at the exact right time because I always have perfect timing. And I smelt cookies, and I was like, no, those cookies, they were in the oven too long. And they were brown. And my mom was going to this neighborhood ladies function. And so she's very nervous because they sound like the kind of people you would have at a ladies function. Enough said. hey. Anyway, so she wants to make a good impression. And I was like, oh, these cookies, it's not gonna work. We're gonna lower the temperature. We're gonna do it for less time. And I kind of took over the operation and I made it work. But the same thing could happen where my mom could see the burnt cookies and then go down that road of the cookies are burnt. The cookies are burnt. This isn't gonna work. Those people are gonna judge me. I'm not gonna be welcome there. I'm gonna look like a fool. They're not gonna taste good. Why do I always burn my cookies? I always burn cookies. You know, like you can go down that line of thinking very, very quickly. And suddenly you've completely forgotten what it is you were trying to do in the first place. And a lot of people do that. They get more into the upset, into their reaction, into their interpretation of what is going on. And so as often as possible, you want to be still and you don't want to react. Now, this doesn't mean that you ignore. Sometimes it might be that you ignore. There's nothing wrong with ignoring. There's nothing wrong really with ignoring a reality that you don't like. It just comes down to acceptance and non-acceptance. So like you can ignore something and accept it. Like you can be like, okay, that happened. I'm not going to give any attention to it. I'm not going to give any energy to it. I'm not going to give my time to it. But I acknowledge that happened. Or you can, ignore it, deny it, push it away, which basically might look like the same thing, but it's all a mental game, right? So in your head, if you are still stewing on that or fighting it or resisting it or pushing it away, then you're not actually ignoring it. I have a phone call, but I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna focus on my task. Okay. All right. So this is like really simple, but basically I just want to tell you all to keep calm and carry on. This might take practice for some people. It might not. But the more that you do this, the easier it gets. And the more that you'll see that things just start to go your way when you do this, because you're not giving anything in any direction to having things go anything but the way that you want them to be. It also just makes practical sense, to stay calm as much as possible at all times. You're going to have greater thinking capacity. You're going to have more clarity. You're really cutting yourself off if you react, if you get emotional about a situation or a circumstance. So it's not about being detached, but it's being unattached to anything undesirable. That's how I would put it. Okay, so that's everything for today. And I hope you're all having an amazing, beautiful, beautiful July 31st. Harry Potter's birthday. Hey, oh wait, am I posting this on July 31st? Well, anyway, if I don't, hey, Harry Potter, happy birthday. Late. And I just want you to know that, you're the chosen one. Okay, I love you. Bye.